special coupon for you if you are a first-time purchaser of my services like Reiki, Tarot, ASMR, Coffee Cup, and Candle Wax readings, and 20% off if you book before. So if you book and then you book again, you always get 20% off for life. It is for life. So just like Bath and Body Works, you get 20% off for life. And sometimes I offer special offers as well as discounts just for people who sign up for my newsletter. They automatically get 20% off even if they've never booked before, so that's great. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what you guys are still doing. Those who haven't, I mean, I like, my mouth got so dry mentioning it, and it's like, I know there's so many people out there who are just like, they're hesitant. I understand they're waiting to push the button to check out, or they haven't even tried to see what's out there yet. They're so focused and tuned in on one website, and it's like, expand your mind, expand your way of thinking, see what's out there. I'm not just on here. There's so much more out there, you know. And sometimes I feel like I don't want to just go on and on about my website. I rarely do this, but I know you guys enjoy it. But sometimes I'm like, well, I just want to get to the point in my video. But anyway, the more ASMR for you, the better, I guess, right? But you know, I like to be of service for people. I like to encourage people to be better, to become better. Things like Reiki and Tarot have helped me incredibly, including ASMR, in my life, and so that's the reason I offer those things for you. And I know as a fact that you can find out more about your life in a few minutes than in 6 months, maybe even 6 years. So that's why I do my fortune telling. I just like to get to the point with people and see what's going on with you and what advice can come through guidance. And so I really am passionate about helping you guys out with that. And again, I thank you so much. At first I was like, oh my god, are you guys gonna like literally put up with this every video, you know, mentioning it? I like to keep it just for 30 seconds, but sometimes maybe once a month, like in this video, I just really want to like spread the word, because I feel like I'm not reaching enough people sometimes, and it makes me feel sad, because it's like, I know there's a potential to reach more out there, and I can do so much more than I'm already doing. And you know, I like to push myself to grow, and hopefully I can inspire and push you guys as well along with me on my journey. So it's worth it. It's affordable. I put so much time and effort to your videos, and you know, it's not just a phone call with a psychic. I record the session, edit it, render it, upload it, and you have it for life. A lot of tarot readers don't do that. You don't remember what they said to you on the phone. I like to record it so that you can watch it back and rehearse in your mind what the problem is, you know. So and it's still very, very affordable, and I take a lot of time of my day to do these, and so I think it's worth it personally, so that's why I'm putting it out there, along with my other services on my website. Okay, that's enough. Today's video is going to be about the best crystals for love. Oh yeah, are you feeling the love? I'm feeling the love. Oh yes, the love. I'm feeling the love. I'm right now working on manifesting someone. Maybe not now, but in the future, because like the desire is not that strong. Like the desire has to be so strong. Like no crystal in the world can help you if your desire is not there. Like if you don't really want it bad enough, it ain't gonna happen, honey, okay? You're not gonna manifest your love. You're not gonna manifest your man, your wife, whatever, okay? I'm saying man because most of my audience is female, but I gotta suit my other 30% men as well who are trying to manifest their partner. Okay, so I have 6 different crystals here: clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, malachite, lapis lazuli, and citrine. And I wasn't gonna mention it, but I feel like I spent so much time with promoting the website that I might as well get to the point and say the 6 crystals that will help you. But you still should watch this video, because I will go into detail about each and every single one and why they're good. Because if you don't know why, again, it ain't gonna work for you. Okay, you gotta activate the time, so I'm just gonna really quickly go over my notes from Amethyst for last time. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I wrote new notes for these crystals since I never spoke about them before. So my first video, if you haven't checked it out, I might add the link in the description box below. The best crystals for sleep. You guys enjoyed that one so much. So now is the best crystals for love. So here it is, Amethyst. The best crystals for love and sleep is Amethyst. By the way, I don't know if I would recommend putting all these in the room with you, because I could not sleep very well with these in the room. I really was charging the energy of these though before the video yesterday, and I had quite an experience. I recorded on OnlyFans. Oh my god, with these on me. Oh, I won't even go into details, but let's just say they were amazing. So Amethyst calms the person down, and so I'll go into details about why this is good for love after I go over the explanations. I just want to quickly summarize my notes real quick just for this one. It's made of quartz, okay? You may cast messages into the stone, alright? You keep small chunks of this near, nothing too large. It's great for meditation. It's used to form balance. It's a stress reliever and electromagnetic as well. It soothes irritable feelings. It rids fear, allows focus. It's a pain reliever, releases any tensions from the body, reduces headaches, regulates hormone activity, has sobering effects for sobriety, and it soaks in negativity as well. So it's great for love because obviously you don't want to bring in those irritable feelings into the relationship, right? And the dating world, to be honest with you, I still don't understand it to this day. What makes someone really vibe or click, or so most of all, you can manifest someone, but then you're gonna maybe get someone that's flipping attached to you and stuck to you like Gorilla Glue on hair. You know what I'm saying though? You don't want someone like that. I've had people like that come and go in my life all the time that are so drawn to you. Oh my god, by the way, does this match? Yes. I got my Rodrigo shirt on. I was gonna do a cleaning roleplay, but I don't know how I feel about that with today's sensitive world. But anyway, so yeah, you want to be calm. You want the people to be really calm around you. You don't want to be butterfly, tense, nervous energy. Nobody wants that, especially with a vibe check nowadays. You just do a vibe check and you like someone or not. You're not supposed to feel anxious around your soulmate. You're supposed to feel really calm and relaxed. So this will help you. Again, at the end of the day, no crystal can help you unless it's really the person for you, but they can at least manifest the intention of your heart's desires. Okay, so made of quartz. So quartz, I'm going to go into that. Clear quartz is very good for many things as well. Cast messages into the stone. So basically, you can say, I will manifest the intention of love and blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm just summarizing here because I already went over these notes last time. I don't want to bore you to death. So yeah, small chunks. I think maybe that's why I couldn't sleep. Not big amethyst. That's more for decor away, and you want to be careful with that too, because I know there's a lot of rich people out in rich people's homes, and they have this big behind amethyst that they spend $700 on, just sitting there. And I'm like, honey, you don't even talk to the stone. You don't even charge it. You just want to look rich and decorate your house all nice and bougie, right? And it makes me sad. And you walk in the room and you're like, that crystal is the most dead crystal I've ever seen, and nobody speaks to it, nobody puts their hands on it. They're just like, oh yeah, it looks pretty, and then people are starving. It's like, okay, anyway, honey, get your priorities straight. But regardless, my point is, it also is an intense energy. If you put something that big, your whole house is all of a sudden surrounded, and then you wonder why you're neurotic and you can't sleep and you're taking pills. Okay, anyway, besides the point. So people, I don't like when they use crystals for bad, just for vanity purposes. It's they're living creatures. How would you like to have a baby and then abandon it and put it in the corner? That's the same principle. It makes me so frustrated when someone buys a crystal and they just put it there to rot. It really, I just need to pray to them. Okay, so it's great for meditation. Sorry, all you can see I'm passionate about it. Don't mess with the crystals. And don't mess with my passion for the crystals, okay? I'm serious about this stuff. No one's gonna discredit my years of practice. Okay. It's great for meditation. Y'all. Great for meditation. So yeah, you can hold it in your palm and say, I attract the love of my maybe I'm feeling a little neurotic as well because these stones, maybe all 6 of them, are making me do something. Some imbalance maybe, so I need to just breathe and get that good prana energy. Oh guys, yesterday I was just like posting vlogs on my vlog channel, crystal grids and manifestations, and I was holding my selenite tower and just like singing, and I just felt the vibrations and the good positive energy, and then I was doing sage, and then oh my god, like I'm telling you, it did something. It did a change, like it cleared something. I was doing my Archangel Michael cord cutting meditation as well, and I just was like cleansing and detoxing and cleansing and detox. So I feel like a lot lighter and better today. So I just have to emphasize the power of the crystals. I mean, billionaires, the people in the Vatican use crystals. I won't go into it, but it's important. Okay, there's a reason they do that. Okay, they're not telling you something. So there's hidden information about crystals. It's a stress reliever. So yeah, balance, stress relief. So when you go into a relationship, let's say you're having a dinner with someone and you just really need to get that energy out there, right? Rids fear, first aid fear, allows focus on what they're saying to you, okay? Soothes irritable feelings, maybe they said something that hurt your feelings, okay? Pain reliever, I guess if you're too focused on the pain rather than on getting to know someone, that could help. Any tension from the body releases that, lets you go loose, you know? I notice people like you better when you're like loose, you know, when you're not like a robot. Beep boop. Every time I say beep boop now I think of the alien there, and then I turn around to her and I said beep boop blop, and that means let's get out of here. Earth is ghetto. Anyway, it reduces your headache. Okay, so you don't want to go into a date with a migraine, right? Regulates hormone activity, or even complaining about it. You know, a lot of people don't want to be around that. And then it makes me wonder, like, why are you dating to begin with? Like, if you're looking nitpicky for so much in a person, it's like, you know, a person's always going to have issues to deal with, right? So if you don't love them for who they are, it's like, why are you even bothering dating them, right? Like, I don't know, that's why I never understood the dating world. Like, stick to one person, get to know them, stop flip-flopping around like a fish. God didn't make us like fish, he made us like humans. So stick to one person. You gotta work on yourself if you always find a problem with people. But anyway, besides the point. So it has sobering effects, so you know, I guess nobody wants to be with a drunk. Soaks in negativity. So again, something going on with you internally that maybe you're always like critical or hypercritical of the person, or texting them something back and forth. Like one day you can say something to them and the next you say something else to them. It's like there's something within you, right? So anyway, people make us realize a lot of things about ourselves that we sometimes don't notice. Alright, so let's relax because I got to the point of what the point was, and I'm going to flip-flop the page to clear quartz. So that was the amethyst. So clear quartz is the second stone, and now we can move on with our lives. Quartz. Here's clear quartz. Clear quartz. This is a clear quartz point. Amplifies energy and thoughts. Okay, so it really will like put the intent out there. I use this for crystal grids. That's actually a tongue twister. Crystal grids. I can't say that out loud too fast. Amplifies energy and thoughts. So this is like the ultimate like sharpshooter crystal. Okay. So your intent will be released out into the universe. And I noticed above all else, like it's easy to manifest loads of money. It's easy to manifest someone to come through in your life, like a good friend or like someone you can date. Like that stuff is easy. It's easy to manifest I don't know, a new wardrobe or a new home remodel thing, whatever you want to do. Like it's easy to manifest certain situations. But the hardest thing I've ever noticed, at least personally for me, and maybe there's some block in me, but I have noticed that in many people, because it does take a while, even in the dating world, especially nowadays, it's like, I think you really have to have, one, the desire, the effort, and to do the action, like to take action. Like you can't just expect someone to ring your doorbell and come to you, you know? And I think a lot of times we sabotage and things don't work out in love is because we don't truly have the desire to begin with. We just want someone to have fun with. Pulls away negative energy. Okay, this is the best for that as well. As Amethyst brings harmony to the body, so you're just at peace and comfortable with yourself. You know, you got to bring yourself to the table. What do you have to offer yourself? Like a chef or a waiter serves you food, what do they have to offer? Are they going to come to you again at that restaurant if the food is not good? If it was made in distress by a chef that was too busy focusing on his wife that's divorcing him, he's putting that negativity into the food, and then the customer doesn't want to come back. Helps with memory and concentrating. Okay, so what was your name again? The rudest thing ever. How old were you again? Wait, where did you say you worked? If you don't have interest in the person, you're not gonna forget. You're gonna forget, you know what I'm saying? It's a powerful stone, actually, in fact, the most powerful stone. So again, I would start with clear quartz. Okay? Get you some of these stones, 2, 3, that doesn't have to be all the stones. I actually bought a whole bunch of, I think about like 15 new crystals a couple nights ago, so I'm excited. They're already shipping them out to me. One of them is from a faraway place, so it's gonna take a while to come, so I may show only 14 of those 15, but I'll show them soon and make a video of my new crystal collection. I'm excited, I can't wait. And more crystals for my Reiki sessions on my website, TonyBomboni.com. Okay, so tunes you to your highest self of being, so sometimes you just gotta call upon and channel your highest self to be there with you during that time when you get to know the person. Then you'll make a decision and base it off of those experiences, not just of your humanly, fleshly, carnal desires, right? Cleanses and opens the chakra system. Great for altars and grids. I went into, I made altar grid videos before here. Holds information, okay? So it's like a intellectual doctor with a degree, right? Years of experience. And these are abundant stones. They're very cheap and affordable. Soothes the nerves. Okay, so jittery butterflies. Helps you live to your highest potentials. Okay, so that's they want to see like the best traits and qualities in you when you get to know a person. They want to expose that within you. Helps gain clarity. Helps with manifestation. It promotes patience. You know, sometimes they're nervous. You're not the only one. It's not about you, honey child. So sometimes you just gotta sit there and be like, okay, you know, like maybe they're struggling to get their words out, and you just are accepting and compassionate with that, you know. It's good for positivity, alright? So removes negativity and good for positivity in return. There's a harmony, there's a give and take, you know. Crystals don't just take or do something. The energy has to go out there somewhere, okay? And if they do just absorb negativity, like smoky quartz, I think, or black obsidian, black tourmaline, what was it? Then it's so important to continue to charge them, right? So that that energy can be dispelled or neutralized and go somewhere so the crystal can continue to do the work. That's why I said about that huge amethyst earlier, like, honey, you can have the biggest amethyst on earth. If you're always arguing with your husband at home, that crystal is gonna give up someday and have soaked up all the negativity, and there's no more negativity to soak up, okay? As soon as you walk into a room and that thing no longer calms you, it probably needs a cleansing. It's good for focus, so you want to focus on what they're saying. A lot of times people don't want to listen to you. And most of the time people are just waiting for you to stop talking. Like, oh my god, shut up so I can just talk myself. Okay, then why are you here? Goodbye. Like, are you here to get to know me? Or are you here for your own self-seeking interests? Or are you here because you're bored and you're just lonely and you just needed someone to talk to? Like, you know, get your facts together, girl. But anyway, maybe you need some crystals too. It absorbs the stressors of daily living. And I know I'm being a little sassy, but something's coming through with these crystals. At first I was like, oh yeah, this feels nice and good. But now I'm healing something. I could feel the little bit of, and this is okay, you know, I'm not putting it out there, but a little bit of a sour bitterness from past experiences, but it's healing. That I know that, and there's a reason it's coming through. There's a reason it's coming through now, and I'm feeling the feels, but I'm gonna work on that after this is over. See, sometimes you think you're done with a crystal, and they're like, nope, honey, there's something else. Absorbs the stressors of daily living. So when you, let's say you date a lot, let's say you're going out to eat a lot with a different man's, okay? And you come home and you're crying, and you're like, oh my God, like this is not it, honey. And it will just soak in the stress of that, you know. I'm just sharing from past experience here. I definitely don't do that personally anymore. This video is to help all of you to do that. I do emphasize that you work on yourself and you find peace within yourself before you ever even bother manifesting, because it ain't just gonna work like that, okay? Alright, so let's keep moving. So rose quartz. And maybe I implanted a memory of Rodrigo in this shirt, and now he's coming through. Oh, I didn't think of that. So it has strong vibes of love. Yes, rose quartz is the best love stone. Yes. Good for connecting with unconditional love. People forget about loving someone with unconditional love. See, now I'm feeling more calm. I think maybe I should be done with amethyst and clear quartz, because this is what I need to connect with more. Yes, maybe my face is getting pink, child. Supports healing in relationships. Oh, yes. It inspires compassion in other people. You know, sometimes no matter what they're going through, you just need to be a listening ear. You don't always need to be right. You don't always need to give advice or say what's on your mind. You just need to say, I am here for you. Self-love focus. So not only love for them, but you cannot give it to them without this here. First and foremost, giving it to yourself. It's so important. Kindness and caring, connectivity. No one wants a sourpuss on the dinner table. Restores confidence and love. Okay? And a lot of you people think just because you're married that it's done and you've worked on yourself and they've worked on. No, that's when the journey just starts and just begins, okay? Just because you sign a paper doesn't mean you're done. Life will test you too. Watch and learn. And they'll test you to see if you're really compatible and you're really meant for each other. You will be if you do the work. Because there's a reason you saw something in that person at the time in particular that wanted you to marry them. Connect with that. Don't connect to the new feelings, you know. Always, how you feel is not always the right thing. You need to make decisions based on your neutral mode. When you're in calmness, in stillness, in peace, how do you feel then? What do you desire then? If you don't desire the person in that state, let them go. Opens the heart. Heart chakra energy is good for self-forgiveness. Okay, so I forgive myself from any past behavior or sin, whatever you want to say. Because if you hold on to that resentment, then you're bringing that to them, and nobody wants old baggage. Self-trust and worth. Self-worth is huge. You need to see yourself as a diamond in a museum locked behind 10 glass doors. And you need to trust that no one can get through and break those barriers. It's okay if they look. It's okay if they touch. But you always gotta watch yourself and protect yourself first and foremost. There always has to be that one or two glass layers that they can never really touch. They can touch, but they can never really touch. You know, like you can never rely on any soul, because the devil comes through and goes through people, even your husband, and will make things happen that will hurt you and break your heart and soul in return. So you have to have that first and have a boundary. Okay, even in marriage you gotta have boundaries. Like there is a limit to everything. There's a limit. You know, if you say I just want to sleep alone, I sleep alone on that bed tonight. You go over in the living room. I need my personal space. Okay. Strengthens the thing, but it actually does that as well, apparently, which is cool. But anything with the heart, the heart circulates all the blood through your systems. It lowers tension in the heart as well, maybe a heartache, or, you can actually break your heart from heartache. It's very true and scary. Clears anger, jealousy, and resentment. That's a huge one for me. Wow, like sometimes you that's why I was hesitant for so long to make a video about this subject, because it's such a sensitive subject, and there's so many layers and so many wrongdoings in the past that I've done to others and others have done to me in return because I've done to others, and it's just layer after layer, and there's so much pain masked behind that. Like, wow, even to this day, having done the work, there's still more work and still more layers, and I'm like, oh my god. It's like, even to this day, I'm like, careful, because just careful, proceed with caution. Don't do it yet, but proceed with caution, because there's still someone out there right for you, but you still need to peel. Like, imagine wearing 100 layers of clothes, right? And you just need to peel back those layers, and you're still hot and sweaty and angry with tension and anger and resentment from your past, and they're still like, oh, talk to God, take this clothes off, okay? Then you can relax and breathe, and you feel comfortable and warm. It's okay to have some layers, but you can feel comfortable and warm, okay? Alright, so a lot of times people bring up stuff in us that's like, that really frustrates us, and it's like, oh, I'm feeling my stone getting hot. It's healing something now. That's why I do these videos. It's healing not only for me, but for you watching at home. Maybe this is relating to you in some way, and it's just like, we need to breathe. I'm even feeling my blood pressure going up just thinking about those past experiences. But like, really, it's not here today in the present moment, and you have to have a mindfulness of like, that was just an experience to show you something, and so you need to just really like sit in that emotion right now and kind of let it filter through. Even if you're feeling a little bit of resentment still, maybe you're feeling a little jealous because they're now with someone else, you need to kind of like sit in that, because if you don't, then you're gonna continue to feel that way. Even if you're married with someone, it's like, oh, you're gonna look on a Facebook and see like, why are they so skinny now? Why are they so hot now? Why are they so beautiful now? Why are they so in love now? Why are they so happy and always taking pictures at the ice cream shop? Anyway, not that that's what I went through, but I'm just giving examples from the heart. Bring peace and calmness to relationships. Well, some of that I went through, but not the ice cream part. Brings peace and calmness to relationships. So basically, it brings about such a sense of a relief and a calmness about the idea of a relationship. Like, a lot of people have a stress and a pressure, like, about getting married again. Hold on, there's something in my throat. Nicole on 90 Day Fiance. I'm sorry, did I say something? Did you hear a whisper in the wind? Anyway, it is windy outside. Heals the brokenhearted, okay? So, huge one. Maybe I need even a bigger rose quartz. Maybe I need to put a rich people rose quartz in the corner of my home instead of an angel statue. Releases grief, emotions. Rich people are messed up sometimes. Oh, let me tell you, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, honey, okay? They have a lot of work to do. Life is just not about making money. Anyway, so releases the grief emotions. So basically, like, anything about like losing a loved one or something that's a very deep subject. It frustrates me when people say you don't need to grieve. Okay, you don't need to be a robot either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay, because a lot of times we hold back so many of those emotions, and we're so pressured to be Jesus-like that we forget to be human and forget to connect with this experience. Like, oh my god, I'm supposed to be this perfect, like, robotic church person, and it's like, no, that's not what life is about. You gotta like really live and experience the pain sometimes to be who you are, to open up, to loosen the tensions, and it takes a huge one, like resentment, making you appear to look younger. Ooh, do I look pretty yet? Maybe not. Brings state of acceptance, accepting the person for who they are, exactly, accepting just who they are. Allows you to give and receive love. You can't give love without knowing what it is. Alright, so Citrine. Y'all, these crystals are bringing something to me. Citrine. I have fun with this crystal. I think it's a Virgo Taurus crystal. I definitely am like really connected to a lot of Taurans in my life. I really like met a lot of Taurans as friends, just like in love and everything. And it's just like I hold them close to me. They're very dear and special to my heart. 'Cause it's like they have this tough exterior, but you know they're soft inside. It's like, oh. So Citrine is great for helping overcome fear. Alright? Helping overcome your fears. Promotes sharing. Encourages you to share. Talk about yourself with your partner, with other people as well. It boosts creativity. Okay? So sometimes you want to be creative even in the dating world. You don't want to just say the same boring answers or questions even. What do you do? How old are you? Where do you work? Like, oh, I think I'm just rather go home and watch Netflix. I mean, you know, great for happiness. Yeah, it's like a Yellowstone, so it reminds me like happy, like cheerful, but genuine happiness, right? Raises your self-esteem and confidence. Nobody wants a pity party. Nobody wants an insecure person who just continues to be insecure, and it's like it gets so exhausting to try to lift a person like that up, and people give up, you know. And people don't realize, but like they bring a lot of that pain onto you. Like I was dating someone who was with someone for a very long time who they constantly needed to lift up, and I was wondering like why they weren't giving me that at a time when I felt insecure and flawed and vulnerable. And they said they couldn't, they didn't have the energy because they've been dealing with someone of years and years and years like that, and they just felt like so turned off by it that they couldn't give me what I was looking for at the time. They would have been a perfect match had it not been for their past experience. And at the same time, you don't know if they would have been a perfect match because then you don't know how they were carved and shaped growing up. But anyway, that goes on. So you see what I'm saying? You want to bring some of this to the table. What I'm saying to you now, maybe some of this insight and awareness and knowledge comes to you like, what can I say on the dating table? You know, every time I think of dating, I think of you going out to eat at a restaurant. I mean, that's a typical dating role, right? Like, well, nowadays, because, you know, this world situation, but I don't know, virtual, Zoom, whatever you want to do. But anyway, it's, I think harder now more than ever because we're asked to stay away, we're asked to cover, we're asked to do all this stuff, and it's, I think people are maybe dating less than they used to. I don't know if that's a fact. I really gotta fact check that. Are people more maybe bored and lonely? I don't know. I felt more satisfied being alone now more than ever. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. By the way, that's a question I've been meaning to ask. Maybe leave it in the comments below. Like, my problem is like when I'm feeling okay, like now, content with myself. I don't want to date anyone. I don't want to meet anyone. I don't want to be with anyone. Kind of selfish, right? But for good reason. Because like past experiences and pain has hurt me so much that I'd rather stay away, right? We tend to shy away from the pain, right? And so I'm confused because sometimes the desire is there, and sometimes it's not. And then it's like when the desire is there, I feel lonely, I feel bored, I feel desperate, I feel in need. And then it's like you never should act out on that feeling. And then I act out on that feeling, and then I attract someone that's wacko, and like me, because we only attract what we are, right? So, and then I'm like, I go back, I isolate, I tend to be alone again, and then I enjoy that. And then after a while, I get bored, lonely, depressed, whatever, and then I act on that emotion. So if I don't act on that emotion, I feel like I'm dying. So like, what do you do in that moment, you know? Any therapists out there, let me know. Maybe I should call up anyone, a therapist in Florida, let me know. I'm gonna hit you up. No, because good luck with me, because I got layers after layers. You're gonna get like 100 sessions though. I mean, alright, so let's see here. Promotes positive vibe, okay? Makes committing easier. Communicating easier. So for nervous people like me who need to put Citrine on their Not pigging out. I think of the movie White Chicks when they're dating and then the girl's just like, well, the girl is just like the ribs and the potatoes. Well, he ended up liking that, so I don't know, maybe. I know Tauruses are not really that moderate with food. They love food and they just comfort. You gotta feel comfortable around the person. Warmth. Okay. Think of like sitting together by a fireplace at Christmas. Success. Okay. Success not only in work and career that may be attractive to someone, but success in the relationship as well. You know, a lot of times people are like, always focused on like the success of a person, and you meet them and it's like watching paint dry. It's not everything, you know. Strength, okay, gives you the strength to get through any problems you guys may be coming up with and dealing with. Joy and actually getting to enjoy the person, getting to enjoy the experience with each other, right? Release of depression, okay. Depression holds us back from so much potential that we can tap into. Strengthens your intellect, okay. Sometimes you gotta go spiritual but do a vibe check on a date, but sometimes you gotta use your intellect and be like, okay, let's be rational, reasoning, and intellectual for a bit. Let's be analytical for a bit. Let's look into their situation. You know, one time I was dating a person who was so incredibly messy. Oh my god. And then I would walk into their home and like I would be spiritual immediately. I put that aside and be like, you know what? It's okay if they got soda cans in one corner, dirty clothes in the other corner. You know, it's okay. And I was like, I'm here for the person. And I tried with that for so long that like it's like I was suppressing that emotion and holding back how I really felt about them doing that. And I never would bring it up, and they would always be like, oh yeah, it bothers you. And I'm like, no, it doesn't bother me at all. And in reality, it did bother me. I can't be with someone who's this messy, you know. So sometimes you need to use your intellect to see into situations like, okay, let's be real. Like, we can be all hyper spiritual all we want, but let's be real. You gotta clean up. You gotta put your dirty clothes in the hamper. And sometimes you need someone to tell you that, right? Anyway, stability. Okay, so stabilizes your emotions and promotes stability in your life. A stable relationship, stable money coming in for you guys to provide for yourselves. And really, marriage is all about a business. Really, it's like a business nowadays. Like, it's technically like a business transaction, which is why I'm so turned off by it. And I feel like many people I've met also don't want to get married because they just are so turned off by the idea. Maybe it's this new young generation, I don't know. But I always admired it. Like, I always kind of wanted it. But at the same time, I'm like, I know it has its ups and downs, but everything does, doesn't it? It's also good for phobias, okay? So if you're afraid of meeting new people, for example, that's a huge one. And a very typical common one as well. I feel like people would be putting themselves out there more were it not for their fears. Fears hold us back from so much. So channel your inner Taresian and focus on Citrine. I know I had fun with that. Ask my OnlyFans. Anyway, Lapis Lazuli, the one that I connect to the most, especially nowadays. Oh my god, I seriously am like, this is what makes me like, whoa, shake and vibrate. Maybe that's why I'm so energetic, because I did so much cleansing yesterday that I literally am like super charged with all of this energy, and I'm like super hyper. And by week 5, I'm gonna be like, but sometimes you gotta watch out for that too, because I think I did way too much in one day. I cleared out so much that I'm just like happy, I'm energetic, I'm in a positive vibe, and I'm in connection and in tune with myself. And I think I just need to stop being like self-conscious and insecure of how I could make people feel, you know. People are always like, oh Tony, I wish you could post more of this. Honey child, I have 15 bajillion videos out there that you can watch and rewatch, okay? Like, I think if you just start joining on my channel, usually people who comment that are just joining on the channel and they have no idea what content. I have a library of content, honey. Even if you started today and tried to watch non-stop 24/7 every single day, it would take you years to keep up with all my content because I continue to produce content. So if it bothers you so much that I make one hyper energetic video, go watch my other ones then. Go watch my Crystals for Sleep. This is Crystals for Love. I'm trying to channel my love energy because you know what? interested, so it's fine. Peep, peep, oh peep, peep. Deep sense of calm. Deep sense of calm. I also need someone, you know what, I'm putting myself out there now as a resume. I need someone who's okay with my femininity, because you know what, many guys are not into me because I'm more feminine than masculine, and that's okay, but you know what, I cannot appease to everyone. Actually, in fact, most people call me boy. That's why sugar daddies are attracted to me. I don't want sugar daddies anymore, thank God. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to make my own money, but sugar daddies are attracted to me like flies. I got so many offers. I got offers from the richest real estate agent in almost the whole Florida. I got offers from people like have multiple businesses. I'm not interested anymore, honey child. Okay, I'm like, no, I want someone. Actually, I want someone that I can help right now. Maybe I'm the sugar daddy. No, nowhere near, but hopefully one day. Deep sense of calm, guys. Sorry, I'm rambling here. Oh my God. Okay, deep sense of calm. Okay, let's channel the Lapis. Deep sense of calm, deep sense of calm, deep sense of calm. Powerful cosmic connections. I swear this helps me manifest and meditate even more and connect to your ancestors. Sometimes spirit is telling you no for a reason. Connect to that guidance, connect to your higher powers, your spirits that tell you what to do in a relationship, that help you in a relationship, right? It's not just about you. Mesmerizing and mysterious. So because this crystal stone is mesmerizing and mysterious, it helps you to be mesmerizing and mysterious. Okay, don't be creepy like me. Maybe I'm creepy too. Maybe that's why they didn't work out. No, just kidding. Yeah, I'm like the what was that girl called? The girlfriend, that the obsessive girlfriend, overly attached girlfriend. I saw you texting her. Yeah, anyway, I'm the male version of that. Great for friendships. Oh, and also that's another thing, like, don't go that kind of person either. Like, just because you start to get to know them and they show a little bit of interest doesn't mean you have to text them every day and be like, oh yeah, what are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you with? You know, don't be that guy. Okay, anyway. Great for friendships. I added this, you know why? Because you gotta start a relationship, and this was a hard lesson, but you gotta start a relationship as a friendship, okay? It's number one. I feel like if you just start with the intention of dating, it ruins it. Also, don't be, like I said, don't go 90-day fiance Nicole, because like asking every other day, like, when are we gonna get married? When are you gonna give me the ring? When I threw it away to begin with, it's like, how do you expect them to give you another one then? You know, you didn't appreciate and reciprocate the feeling. And you gotta really pick up and see what the person's into. You can't formulate a relationship always asking, when are things gonna happen? Are we dating now? Are we in a relationship now? When are things gonna work now? Trust me, I've done that before. It didn't work out. You have to enjoy being together, enjoy your friendship together, and then, yeah, sure, you can end up kissing, whatever, one day, right? So you gotta start with that, and then if you're really into each other, it will just flow. You don't gotta keep asking the person and pressuring them. Do you know how much pressure it is to put on a person to keep asking? Because when you ask, the other person's thinking, am I a job interview? Like, don't ask me that question, okay? Guards against any psychic attacks. A lot of times evil eyes be on Facebook and be wishing you and your downfall with your relationship. So yeah, inner truth. What do you really want? What do you really love about this person? Great for confidence, okay? You know, it's cute to date someone who's like, but it's cute. yourself. Who are you? Who are you again? Hello, is anyone there? Did your partner take you with them? Oh, did they suck your energy dry and now you're dependent on them? Financially? Oh, maybe you need to get out then, because maybe God's trying to tell you to get out. Maybe God's bringing you in a healthy relationship to make you realize who you are. So I know this hurts to hear a lot of you, but I'm the real psychic. Prevents karmic patterns, okay? So, dealing with people who just was like, sometimes you just need to go through experiences, but this helps prevent that at the very least. Because I do believe we have to go through karmic experiences to realize, like, how we can get ourselves out of them. So that's a hit or miss for me, but thank you. Next, heals outdated thinking and mental patterns. Okay, so again, the same things you used to do with other relationships won't work with the new one, honey, okay? Especially if you want to attract a new one. A store of awareness, okay? Sometimes they don't wish you well, even if they're with you. Makes you a better learner and teacher, okay? But don't be their therapist, please. Manifest abundance in many ways. Abundance is not just money. Get your head out of the money gutter. Good for patience, okay? Third eye energies. So, yes. Patience is often, I link with compassion. Like, if you have patience, you most likely have compassion. Calms a bad temper. So, they did something like break your favorite vase you bought 20 years ago. I know the feeling. It's like arg, but you know what? Patience. I'll just make them work hard and buy me a new one. Just kidding. I'm not that malicious. Brings forth honesty. Okay? Did you really want to be with that person at one point or another? Did you really cheat on me? And I'm bringing up a lot of like negative stuff, but just to relate to all of you going through some things, because I know even in the 20-year relationships that are deemed healthy are not perfect, okay? And there's always something to work on. So I want this video to hurt, but being emotionally, but like bring an awareness of that and be like, yes, how can I see into my world what Tony's telling me, into what maybe needs fixing. And honestly, good for you if nothing needs fixing. You know why? Sometimes you need to sit and enjoy that nothingness. Enjoy that nothing needs fixing. And if everything you find needs fixing, then you know what? Sit in that too and enjoy it. You know why? Because it goes really fast, and before you know it, our time here is up and nothing else matters anyway. At the end of the day, honey, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Malachite. Okay. A strange stone. Make sure you don't touch it if it's in powder form. It's actually very bad for you. Make sure it's only in this smooth, polished form. Loyalty. Okay, so remaining loyal to your partner. Leadership. Sometimes you just need to lead the relationship along the way. Maybe you know more information about love. You just gotta swing it and guide the whole relationship. You gotta be the headmaster. It's a very masculine trait. Positive transformation. We are always shifting and changing and evolving, okay? You're not just gonna be the same person 20 years later that you met when you first met them, right? Wisdom, okay? Sometimes they need to hear what you have to say. Breaks unwanted ties. You gotta put all your exes away when you marry them, right? Develops your empathy with other people. So, sometimes they need a shoulder to cry to. Sometimes they need almost like a therapist parent, but at the same time a friend, a lover. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a healthy balance. Like it can't just be all what you want. Relieves mental disturbances. You have nightmares, you have just thoughts of like wishing them unwell for some reason. It happens. Maybe they said something to you that bothered you, like you look too big in that dress or something, like, and then all of a sudden you have thoughts of like kicking them out of the house. I don't know. Helps process information. Okay, so what are they telling me and how is this making me feel, and how do I collect that data and bring it back to them? Okay. Calms down moody swings. Okay. It's very hard to be with someone unstable, so this will just kind of alleviate that. And watch this video and look at the facts I said about one particular crystal in general that may be beneficial to you. My feeling is for most of you, clear quartz. Lowers blood pressure, helps with travel, sickness, long distance relationships, planes, cars, buses, trains. You just need to be well while you go in and out of seeing them. You can't always throw up when you go see them. It's just not healthy. I don't know why does that happen anyway. Why does travel sickness? What is the cause of that? I think it's some imbalance with the spine, but this may actually help that. Draws out impurities. Okay, so anything that's not pure and godlike within you protects you in all ways, okay? Maybe you're on your way to go see them and then someone made you mad on the subway and now your energy's all wacko. Stimulates clear thoughts. A clear, open mind. You don't need to have all that garbage in your head. Approach them with clear confidence. Encourages change to happen. Sometimes a relationship needs encouragement and pushing forward. Sometimes you're with someone that is just stable in their ways and doesn't want to be propelled forward, okay? Opens you to risk taking. Sometimes you just need to expose a vulnerability about yourself. Promotes healthy relationship. That's good, right? Helps with shyness. I put a smiley face next to that one because that's a big one. You know, I'm all myself on camera, but which is funny. Like most people are like themselves when they're alone or when they're with someone, I guess, that they trust. I'm more myself with the public and on camera. Like, I don't know why. Well, maybe not in person, in public. Like, if there were actually thousands of people watching me, I'd be like, that wouldn't even happen. But, yeah, it's like, this really brings out that inner you. Overcomes fear of confrontation. Sometimes, you know, they're mad at you about something you did or said, and, you know, you don't want to even approach them because of that, okay? But also when you're with someone, like, let's say you're with them grocery shopping, and then someone comes up to you like that, and then all of a sudden you, like, act out, and your partner's like, well, I didn't know that was in them. I don't like them for that, you know? Strengthens observation. So, strengthens your ability to observe what's around you and tune in, and guides your spiritual growth. So, we always need to grow and evolve. People think they're done because they signed a paper, and the priest blessed them. Well, honey, then I think the problem is more than just that, you know what I'm saying? So, thank you guys for watching, and even when you work with Malachi, make sure you wash your hands, because it's like, it's almost like money. It's good for money too, but it's like, it makes your skin itchy and red and crawl. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming for you and getting my thoughts out there in love. And subscribe to the bell. Check my website